I wasn't scared, I wasn't worried, because I hadn't done nothing. I mean, it's a mistake. It's an honest mistake. It'll be cleared up. So I thought. So I felt. So I believed. It was a typical small town, segregated town in the 50s and 60s. Quiet neighborhood, you know. We wasn't middle class, it wasn't a middle class neighborhood, but we was successful. I grew up right across the street from a school, Elm Grove School. And with a great big family, a large family, single mom. My father passed away when we was young. But Harvey was, growing up was beautiful.
This wasn't like it is now. It was closer, the houses and the people close, and they used to be together. Oh man, the whole neighborhood of kids. And then he had a big family, so naturally, that's a natural thing for all of them to be together right now.
But normally we would either play football at West Jefferson during that New Year's Eve, and then we'll hang around at the pool hall, shooting pool, and some guy was on the outside just hanging around.
I had Glynn when I was 17, so it's go way back. We spent like 5 years together throughout our whole life. But after I was 19, he was 20 when he left. And after that, everything just went downhill.
I traveled here by airplane. I boarded a Delta jet in New Orleans, stopped over in Dallas-Fort Worth, flew into Will Rogers Airport. By 9:30 at night, that was my arrival in Oklahoma City. I was here 30 days and was arrested on a robbery case. I was here 30 days. I was arrested on some unrelated charge of robbery. Somebody said I was involved in a robbery, and people that got robbed came to the jail and said they never seen this man before. So I'm sitting on the bench waiting to be released, and the detective one of the detectives asked me and another guy. He said, we kind of short in this lineup, but you participated in the lineup. I don't know nothing about the judicial system. I've never been involved with the police and none of that. No prior convictions, no juvenile or adult, you know. Maybe 1 or 2 arrests for protest marching and disturbing the peace. So when the police asked me to do in the lineup, I don't know, I got the right to refuse, a right to a lawyer. I'm 21, just turned 21 years old, and I'm sure, come on, we go get in the lineup. Later on that night, they said, they put me in the cell. I'm waiting to leave, and they put me in the cell and told me I was picked out of a lineup in a murder case. The trial lasts about almost 3 days. First degree murder, capital murder case, death penalty case. This lasts almost 3 days. This including the picking up the jury all the way to the deliberation. It really wasn't. They had no evidence. The state had one witness that said, she think it was me and looked like me. I didn't have no proper representation. I really didn't have no proper representation in the trial. I had at least six witnesses came in from New Orleans. Alibi defense testifying that I was in New Orleans. And the state didn't present nothing, but the jury decided to believe the witness instead of all of my alibi witnesses. So it was one of those things in that kind of atmosphere, a lot of racism, a lot of hatred. Police under a whole lot of pressure to solve these. Matter of fact, your newspaper, look in the archives of your newspaper, and you'll see the police was there every day. The Oklahoman wrote articles about the pressure of the police not being able to solve their case. You know, coming to a dead end. You know, I had a lot of the articles and stuff myself. And city was under pressure to get that case wiped out. I'm a free man now. I can call it what it is. It's attempted murder.
Now they got two guys that don't fit. That's all they were looking for. That's all they was looking for. Two guys that didn't fit. And these two guys don't fit. And they charged up with that murder. I didn't laugh, but I remember saying, "Is that all?" That's what I said. "Is that all the evidence it took to take my life from me? My life has no value to you. None. My life is valueless to you. Valueless to you. You have no respect for my life." And then that anger came over. And once sometimes anger is a survival mechanism. So I got stuck and I said, and from when they said that, that's when I made my mind up. I'm getting out of this place as fast as I can. And every day I live, I'm gonna make that jury a damn lie because I did not do that. And every day that I existed, I intend to make it a lie. And that was my duty. My duty was to make you a lie. One woman, one testimony, and you send people to prison, you want to take my life. Like my life has no value. Like I'm just a dirty dog liar. Like I would go and it floored me. Like I'm some punk thug, all what I've been through, and I persevered, and I would go in some liquor store and shoot down a woman. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. And I heard one of the jury, they interviewed one of the jury members, and he said, "Oh, well, she gave a pretty convincing testimony. What about my sister's testimony? What about my testimony? You valued her testimony, but you looked at me like I'm subhuman." You know, that's what irks me. Irks the hell out of me. You know, trying to play like you so high and mighty and she so high and mighty that whatever she say go, what you say don't count. All but call me a nigger. That's what they did. Hell, I can take a punch and move on, but I ain't gonna take no conspiracy. I'll be treated like I'm some trash. If this prison conviction wasn't on me, I could have done a lot better. It was like 33 years of my life were just blank. It's just blank.
We felt real bad because we know he was here. And you know, it just was a sad idea that a man get charged for a robbery, murder, that he's innocent for. You know, though, that was rough for us.
I felt cheated. You know, I felt cheated out of an opportunity to have my dad, you know, in the home with me. You know, and that's kind of something that made me become rebellious. People ask the questions, you know, how could you say your father raised you from a prison cell? It wasn't basically raised me from a prison cell, but it was like
he guided me, in certain directions. Maybe I ought to, had a different outcome, in life or whatever. Maybe I wouldn't have.
When he went to prison, I think I saw him maybe twice the whole time he was in there. When I did go see him, I just couldn't go back. And I don't know how to really say this here. I was like wrong for not going back to see him, but it was my heart didn't let me go back. But through it all, for the whole 50 years, or almost 50 years he was in there. I always did love him, and I never got married because I wanted to be with him. That's all I wanted was him. And I just, I could have got married, but I just wanted Glynn, that's all. And now that he's out, and if he got free man want to be free.
Knowing that you didn't do something, and you get charged, just like sometimes when people just tell a little ordinary lie, and we get upset about that. But to spend 45, 50 years for a crime that it was rough. Even when they gave the verdict, man, we all shed tears.
Glynn, I met him in McAllister. I can remember from the very first, he and I, we were in a cell together. They put you in a cell at the time, and it just something about him made sense. I mean, he just told you like it was. This is what happened. I shouldn't be in here, and here's why. And so I said, well, I'll get information for you and send it to you. And I sent him a couple of letters, but the last one I sent him everything I had. I mean, there's no doubt I sent him everything I had. And I said, I'm not a lawyer, so, you need to get you a lawyer. This is going to take some legal work. But if there's anything else I can do for you, I'll do it. Send it along. I felt sorry for him. I've met with a lot of people that are in prison or were involved with things that will get you in prison. And I just felt sorry for him from the start, and I believed him.
Over the courthouse you see that Thomas Jefferson said equal and exact justice to all men. Mm-hmm. All men. And that hadn't been true always for black men in our country, and really isn't true today. And until things change in the political climate, we get judges and other people who really want to be fair to people like Glynn.
I would like to see Glynn be able to be put into a financially secure position, and I hope that we can make some policy changes to try and, if not eliminate, reduce what's happened to Glynn.
The state of Oklahoma owes him some money. They owe him some money. And I don't care, they can beat around the bush, but they owe him some money. I didn't do much, but what little I did, at least it helped. And it just makes you feel good. Makes you feel good. He didn't need to be in prison.
Glynn's exonerated.
And I'm afraid.
Free and exonerated.
I was released on the 19th of July. The judge ordered him to take the cuffs off me in the courtroom. And it's extremely fulfilling, It's extremely joyous to be reunited with your family and your friends and stuff. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go get religious on you and let you know when the Lord sets you free, you're free indeed.
I have to, remind him, it's not easy being free. At the same time, it's going to be a hard road for him, me, and everybody else who it affected, along the way. And I don't think he realized how much it affected other folks for him to be absent.
Resilience and faith, and you can take away struggle. You can take a whole lot away from it. You can take away from it love. I got some bitterness and I got some hatred. I'm human, just like everybody else. But what you do with it is what matters. 'Cause shit gonna happen every day. How you respond to it is what counts. So take that from it. How you respond to it. All the stuff that happened. Just look how you respond to it. That's what matters. And I think I've responded admirably. Over the years, and continue to.